Hey Josh, this is Mrs. Skoglund. Just wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on your summer assignment. And so we're mostly going to focus on chapter 2 because that was the question that you starred, but I'll kind of be like referencing some other parts of your project as we're going through this as well. So in a body paragraph, which is this format, the first thing that I always look for is a strong topic sentence, and ideally we want that to answer the question that was provided to you and kind of preview what's going to come in the paragraph. So I noticed, Josh, that the question here was basically, how do these three things impact the need for our directed thinking? And so I'm not sure that you totally answer that question in this first sentence. I think you kind of just repeat the question. Then when I go down to the bottom, I'll actually go there next because I'm looking for your concluding sentence. And kind of similarly, we want that to tie back to the question and sort of tie the whole paragraph together. Oh, sorry. So same thing, I think you sort of just like repeat some parts of the question, but you don't really get to the answer. And so I would encourage you, if you're revising, to be a little more specific in actually saying how these things do impact our directed thinking, okay? Next, I looked at your evidence. I thought you did a great job selecting evidence, and I think I forgot to mark that, so I'll do that here. Like for example, this one talks about Asia, this one talks about abundance, so that really like developed the paragraph well. You're also doing a pretty good job of what we call embedding or like integrating your evidence. So this one says, for one, Asia is now performing large amounts, blah, blah, blah. That's nice because even with the quotes, it all flows right together. The only reason I didn't give you a 10 there, Josh, is just because there were some tiny little details like right here around the fact that it's no longer enough. We don't need a comma there. So just kind of some little details with your embedding, but overall the quotes looked good. On commentary, this is the area I would encourage you to go back and revise the most, Josh, because when I looked not only at this paragraph, but also at some of your other ones, I noticed that really you don't have a lot of commentary. Like you have your topic sentence, your concluding sentence, you have a lot of evidence, but notice you kind of just go from piece of evidence, another piece of evidence, here you're talking about evidence, right? Or you're talking about automation in the last piece. Remember that every piece of evidence we use should get a piece of commentary, because really what I want to see is you explaining to me why the quote that you picked actually answers the question. Okay, so without that, it's kind of hard for me to see what your thoughts are in here. So would definitely encourage you to revise that. Lastly, I thought your in-text citations looked great. Those were perfect. Conventions were pretty good. I can definitely tell you, like proofread, just some little minor things like capitalizing Asia and just some of those little details, things like that. All right, I thought your R-directed activities also looked good. I enjoyed looking at your shoe that you designed. I think it's, yeah, down there. And reading about kind of what you thought. So I'm glad you got to apply kind of what you were thinking about design there. Anyway, just wanted to give you a little feedback.